Okay, here we go. We are live and starting another tag team tapping. I absolutely love doing these. I love doing live tapping presentations where we get people from around the world clearing out blocks and allowing ourselves to be more free. Tag team tappings are fun because I don't have to do all the work. So I invite someone else along to help me do the work. And today I'm very excited to be bringing Demi Millbank. So I only learned about Demi recently. I was on TikTok and something came up in my feed about different EFT videos, and I started watching one of hers, and I thought, wow, I really like the way this woman works, and just thought, I'm going to ask her to do a tag team tapping. So she does a great job of integrating EFT with manifestation, which is something near and dear to my heart. So welcome to Tag Team Tapping, Demi Milbank.
Hello, thank you so much. I'm very excited to be here. Yes. I'm a little bit nervous as well, but I'm very excited.
Nothing
Thank
to be nervous about. And we've already got folks
you.
in Canada, Sydney, South Africa, Adelaide, folks coming in from Australia. Interesting.
Yes, hello everyone in Australia. Woohoo! They're up early today.
And the UK, West Yorkshire. So folks even staying up late to
Amazing.
uh, to be with us to tap into our authentic selves. So in Hungary, up very late. Awesome. So what are these folks staying up late for? What are we up to today, Demi?
Yeah, so we're going to be tapping on a topic that I personally love, and it's created so much healing, expansion, manifestation in my life, and it is authenticity, but specifically unconditioning the conditioned self. So, a little bit about why I love this topic is that a lot of the work I do is with people who have had trauma from childhood and they want to break free of that, but they keep coming up against these blocks of it's not safe to be me. And so I think a lot of us do pick that up in childhood where we figure that in order to be loved or accepted, we have to adjust to things. And underneath authenticity is something called authority. So we learn that authority maybe can't be trusted in the house that we grow up in. It's inconsistent or it's controlling or it's do as I say, not what I do. And so the people in the systems that we're supposed to believe keep us safe don't always keep us safe. And so we decide that authority is corrupt and it's not on my side. Therefore, I cannot be authentic in myself and I have to perform, I have to do all these things to be accepted. I can't have authority in my life. And so we just chase the external. We chase the next achievement, the next relationship, the money, the all the things that we think will prove our safety and our validation and our worth. And so if you've been doing this or if you know that there's a pattern of this, you've probably noticed that once you get the thing, it doesn't actually stay or it doesn't actually fulfill you. So you just keep moving that bar and it's like a never-ending goalpost that keeps going and going and going and going. And so this is the topic that I really love to tap on, which is authenticity and unconditioning ourselves, but also that added subtopic, I guess, of authority. Because when we stop outsourcing our worth and we become our own authority, when we trust ourselves and forgive ourselves and we actually love who we are, then we start vibrating at that completely different frequency, and the world around us responds to that.
Yes,
Yeah.
absolutely. Absolutely. That's, yeah, trying to come up with that acceptable facade
Yeah.
that, it might get the trappings of success,
Mm,
but it's going to feel off. And yeah, and as we know, frequency is the key.
mm,
And so it's always going to feel a little off and it's never going to be enough. So, and yeah, and so many of these beliefs that hold us in that are what I call incomplete sentences. Like, it's not
yeah.
safe to be me. That's an incomplete sentence. It's not safe to be me in some circumstances around some people, but I'm not always in that circumstance. If it wasn't safe for me to be my authentic self at home when I was a child, I'm not at home anymore. I'm
Mm,
not a child anymore.
mm,
And giving ourselves that freedom to go, okay. It's like I talk about the when we're kids, it's a very good idea to hold an adult's hand when we cross the street. We just instinctively learn that at a certain point, that's not a helpful belief anymore. Otherwise, most of us would still be standing on some street corner saying, "Hey, I need someone to hold my." So it's being able to look at some of these other programs that we have
mm,
and go, okay, just like needing to hold an adult's hand when I cross the street, that was useful then.
mm,
And now I'm going to allow myself to feel safe to let that go.
mm. Yeah,
So yeah, so let's clear some of that stuff today. So I'm
let's
going to
do it.
invite everyone to go ahead and close your eyes. Awesome seeing folks come from all over the world. Um, close your eyes, take a deep breath, go inside, and allowing yourself to be right here, right now, as present as possible, so as to receive maximum benefit from this hour together. And just feeling what's going on inside, noticing how you're doing at the moment, noticing what you're feeling physically and what you're feeling emotionally, checking in with how you're doing. And as you allow yourself to be aware of what you're feeling, maybe imagining a full length mirror and looking in that mirror and say, it's safe to be my authentic self. And just let that rattle around inside. And notice what comes up. Notice on a scale of 0 to 10 how true that feels. 10 being, of course, why would I be anybody else? 0 being, oh no, that person is not fit for human consumption. That person needs to be hidden away. I need to put on a costume. And not judging yourself as much as possible, letting go of judgment and just getting curious about any feelings you might have, about why it might not feel safe to be authentic. And take a deep breath, open your eyes, and just allowing yourself to be aware of that stuff so that all the tapping that Demi and I do today, you know what's going on for you. So whether or not the words that we say match or resonate, you know what's going on for you so that you're going to get benefit no matter what. So with that, Demi, I'm going to leave it to you to start the ball rolling.
Okay, amazing. Thank you. Let's just start on the side of the hand and just repeat after me. Even though I learned that having authority wasn't safe, I deeply and completely love and accept myself. Even though I thought I had to wear a costume, even though I thought becoming my authentic self meant suffering and struggling and proving, I deeply and completely love and accept myself. And even though I've been outsourcing my power, even though I've been chasing the external, I deeply and completely love and accept myself. And it is safe to be here in this present moment. Let's go to the top of the head. You can just use one hand or both. All of this chasing I've been doing, all of this proving I've been doing, I understand exactly why I did it. I wanted so desperately to be someone else. I wanted so desperately to be in someone else's shoes. Because somewhere along the way, I learned it wasn't safe to be my authentic self. So even though I may have years of this hiding, right now it is safe to meet myself because nothing in me has ever been broken. A younger version of me built this to survive. And that was so clever of little me. So if I'm honest with myself right now, I have been outrunning the present moment. I have been outrunning my authenticity because I thought it meant punishment or danger. But I am ready to change the story. I am ready to no longer prove and step into self-trust. If I was standing in front of a full-length mirror, who am I seeing? And who do I want to see? Because I was conditioned to believe that my authentic self has to be out there somewhere. But perhaps the truth is, they've always been within me. And maybe becoming my authentic self is actually the easiest thing I could ever do. Because it's a relaxation and a softening into who I truly am. So even though I saw the costumed person in the mirror, even though I saw the actor and the performer, it is safe to take that armor off because it only ever protected me from something that is no longer here. So now, as I take off these costumes, I'm beginning to see the authentic me. And funnily enough, they look exactly the way I am. They look exactly as I am right now. But there is a certain glow about them, a glow of self-trust, a glow of authority. And it is safe for me to get to know this version of me because perhaps it's the easiest thing I will ever do. And I am safe to discover me. I am safe to be present with me. And I am safe to honor all versions that came before me. Let's just take a deep breath in together. Release And another one, breathe in the real version of you and breathe out the actors, the performers, the clowns, the provers, the earners, all of it.
Not that there's anything wrong with actors or clowns, but
No, absolutely not. Absolutely not.
it's interesting. We, Demi and I were talking just before we started about the fact that I was trained as a Ringling Brothers clown. The first time I did clown work as an actor, the teacher gave everyone these clown noses, and he said, "It's a mask," and which was an interesting way of looking at it. You're hiding behind that. Whereas when I trained at Ringling Brothers, they said, "No, no, no. Your clown makeup is not a mask you're hiding behind. It is an accentuation of the clown that's inside. You're making it more clear what's there as opposed to hiding what's there," which was a really interesting
Wow.
shift in how you look at it.
Yeah, it's like an extension of who you are,
Yeah.
not a costume.
Yeah, it's your
Wow.
authentic self, but big enough so that the people in the
Yeah.
stands can in the cheap seats can see it.
And do you feel like you've maintained that clown-like
Well, see, and now because I
authenticity?
do it on YouTube and the video's right there, I don't need all the
Yeah.
makeup to be able to do.
Very true. Yes. You should show up this time with a clown nose on your videos.
I
See if
do
anyone
have a
notices.
video on that for clearing because people have colorophobia, which is fear of clowns.
Wow.
So I have a video on the fear of clowns where I put on the clown makeup that I one of the clown makeups that I developed.
That's amazing.
So but I just put the link in the chat for you so that
Oh, awesome.
so you
Okay.
can see all the nice things that people say about you.
If people have
Um,
colorophobia. Oops, sorry, that just opened
so
up.
I do that all the time. So yeah,
Oh,
so everyone go ahead and close your eyes, take a deep breath, and checking in with yourself. Imagine that full-length mirror and seeing your authentic self. That version of you that's like, boy, if I wasn't afraid of what people thought, this is who I'd allow myself to be. And feeling what goes on inside your body, say, it's safe to be my authentic self. And hopefully that number has come up. There's a beautiful round that Demi just took us through. So allowing yourself to be aware of where things have moved around, where you might feel greater freedom. And when we're tapping, it's often like peeling the layers of the onion. So it may be, oh, now even more awareness of, a particular memory or a particular reason, some message that you got of, you know, be anybody but yourself. And just allowing yourself to be aware of that. Take a deep breath, open your eyes. And let's keep moving this stuff around. Even though I still might be afraid of being my authentic self, I choose to love and accept myself. Even though I might still have some fear of being my authentic self, I choose to love and honor myself. Even though I might still have some fear of being my authentic self, some part of me still says it's not safe. Even though I still have some resistance and fear, I choose to deeply and completely love, honor, and accept myself. And maybe anyone else who contributed to these fears, because I choose to feel that free. All right, going through the points. This remaining fear of being my authentic self. All this remaining fear of being my authentic self. All these reasons I might still have why I should be anybody but myself. And I might feel some disappointment about that. There's all these people out there saying, be yourself. And I know I'm not fully doing that. I'm failing at being myself. One more reason not to be my authentic self. Because part of me is now telling myself, my authentic self fails at being myself. And I'm processing that. All these fears that my authentic self isn't good enough. All these old messages that my authentic self isn't good enough. People might be out there saying, yeah, be yourself, be yourself. Except you. You should definitely be something other than yourself. That's the message I got. It might have been a misunderstanding. And maybe someone actually said that to me. And I thought they were an authority. And they were wrong. My authentic self is the best version of me. However, it's not going to be right for everybody. I can be my most authentic self, and there will be critics, and there will be judgment. So I'm letting go of this fantasy that there's a version of me that is universally loved. Because I've been trying to manufacture that. If there are people who didn't like the authentic me, then I'll try to be the person that they will like. That need for approval is built into my DNA. With my ancestors, if they didn't have approval, they were outcast. And then they were lunch. Fitting in is a matter of survival. But there's no one version of me that's going to fit in with everybody. In the history of humankind, no one has been universally loved and appreciated. I can think of my favorite singer, and there are people who won't listen to that music. I can think of my favorite actor. There are people who hate that person. So I'm letting go of this illusion that I can create an image of myself that'll be right for everybody. I choose to be right for myself. And I will be right for plenty of people. For the right people, my authentic self will be the best possible version of me. Attempting to fit in for other people I'm betraying my real tribe. The people who would really love the authentic me are missing out while I'm trying to make music for the wrong audience. And I love and appreciate the parts of me that are doing that because I was convinced I needed to. I was in some setting with the wrong audience, and they were telling me to be something other than myself. And I love and appreciate those parts of me that did what I had to do to survive. Things have changed now. It's safe to be the authentic me. And I'm gonna have critics. But if I'm really honest with myself, with the different costumes that I've tried on, every one of them has had some critics. I have not found a facade that everybody loved. So as Demi said, it's going to be a whole lot easier just being me and not trying to pretend. And part of me knows this is true. Otherwise, I wouldn't be here tapping on my face right now. It is no accident that I'm here. My authentic self made me watch this because not only is it safe to be me, or at least as safe as being anybody, it's more right to be me. It's more joyful to be me. I'm tired of sacrificing myself to be what others want. When I'm true to myself, I'm going to be a lot more right for a lot of other people. Being my authentic self is a win-win situation. Anyone who doesn't like my authentic self, they ain't my tribe. And I love and appreciate those parts of me that are afraid of that loss. But anyone that I would lose by being true to myself is probably someone I can afford to lose. And I can tap through the pain of loss. And I'm worthy and deserving of that. And I choose to love myself because I am so freaking awesome. And I'm giving myself permission to know that in body, mind, and spirit. And take a deep breath, close your eyes, go inside. Imagine that full-length mirror, look in that mirror and say, it's safe to be my authentic self, and just notice what's coming up. Not judging it, whatever's coming up. If there's a part of you saying, I'm just not feeling it yet, things are moving around. We have the research, EFT is always working. Sometimes it's too subtle to consciously notice. But just trust that things are moving, but allow yourself to be aware of what's there. And sometimes just, as I said, becoming more aware of, yeah, but, and looking at what those buts are. Take a good look at your butts.
Oh my goodness.
We're
I
here to have
love
fun.
I loved what you said about the celebrities. I heard this maybe yesterday, and it was like, even though someone like Taylor Swift is the biggest artist in the world, billions of people don't like her music. And I was like, wow, that
You
is,
might have
yeah.
heard me say that because I use that
Maybe
a
that was
lot.
you. Yeah.
And I almost did this time. I often reference and said, there are people who can't stand Taylor Swift's music, and she
Yes.
is selling out stadiums all around the freaking world.
It was you.
She's doing just fine. She's not
Yeah.
crying herself to sleep over
Yeah.
somebody, in Wyoming
Yeah.
who is going, yeah, it's too poppy. I don't know. It's
Yeah.
because we're not going to be right for no one in history.
Yeah.
I've met people who, I'm a big Bowie fan. There are people who's like, yeah, I don't care for it. It's like, and it doesn't make Bowie any less awesome.
Hmm.
And so if there are people who look at us, and
Mm.
Demi and I were talking about this just before we started this presentation about there are people who've said, yeah, I don't like the way you tap. It's like,
Mm.
okay,
Yep.
yeah, and it's like, well, you should tap more like this, so I would like it more. It's like, well, that would be really wrong. You can go find someone who taps the way you want the
Yeah.
tapping. That's why there are plenty of us out there.
Yeah.
That's why there's not just one YouTube tapping channel.
Hmm.
And for whoever you are, for whatever you present, whatever is your gift to share, just being okay with it's not going to be right for everyone.
Hmm. Yeah.
In terms of relationships, in terms of physical attraction, you know, there are supermodels that someone will say, yeah, I don't like the way their eyes look. It's like no one is so perfect in how they present themselves physically, in their talents, in their voice, in whatever, that 8 billion people go, that's perfection.
Hmm.
No,
Yep.
no notes.
Yep. Yes. Wow.
Everyone's got notes
Uh,
about somebody.
and a lot of those notes come from their own wounds as well, not necessarily anything wrong with the person. It's a projection. So that's important to remember.
Absolutely.
Yeah. Yep.
Absolutely. You
Hmm.
cannot create a facade that is going to solve somebody else's old wounds.
Yeah.
I'm going to be so awesome that this person who came from a dysfunctional family goes, forget all of that. You are awesome. You're perfect. And you
Yes.
just go, okay, I choose to love myself so much that I have nothing but love to send them.
Yeah.
You know
Yeah.
what? If I'm not right for you, I send you with love
Yeah.
because there's
Absolutely.
so many other people that are going to go to look at who I am authentically and say, yeah, that's what I'm looking for.
Yeah. That's it. Amazing. On that, shall we keep tapping?
Oh, please, please and thank you.
Okay, let's just go to the side of the hand again and just repeat after me. Even though not everyone sees my value, I know I cannot outrun their wounds. And I know that a lot of the judgment I've experienced has been wounded projection. So I deeply and completely forgive myself for ever trying to be a shapeshifter for these people. Even though I handed my authority away a long time ago, it is safe to call my power back home now and to choose to become the sovereign creator of my own reality. Even though I thought I wasn't enough, I see that it wasn't that I wasn't enough. It was just that I was coming up against people's wounds. And I am not a band-aid. So I deeply and completely love and accept myself because my authenticity deserves to be experienced. And even though I forgot that the outer world is a lens, I now choose to change the story I've held about my worth and my love. And I'm taking these stupid, wounded lenses off. Even though it felt safer to be unseen, I am now giving my whole body and being permission to be fully witnessed and permission to be fully safe in the present moment. Let's go to the top of the head. You can use one hand like Brad, or you can use both hands like me. I am disservicing the world by staying small. I am disservicing the world by not being my authentic self. Because even though there are people who don't appreciate my value, there could be thousands or millions of people who come across me in some way, and I become the catalyst for their change. So even though I have held on tightly to this wound, even though I identified in this brokenness, I'm seeing now that this has disserviced the world. But it has disserviced me the most. Because I've been trying to live as someone else. So perhaps it's safe to call my power back from all people, places, and things that may have drained it. Because my authority is something to be taken seriously. And I am giving myself the keys to my own authority. I deeply love how I kept myself safe by staying small and staying hidden. But the truth of who I am deserves to be seen. Even if it's just by a handful of people. I have no idea the impact of my authenticity. So instead of pretending to be something I'm not, instead of trying to people please wounded people, I am now committing to my true self. And I also want to draw an energetic circle around myself. To protect my authenticity and my power. And this circle comes with me wherever I go. And it gives me a new lens to look out of. It becomes the shield that I tried to create through costumes. allowing the people who value me to truly see me without having to chase or prove or condition myself. And I am realizing as well that the world was never withholding from me. The universe or source was never punishing me. It was me who was doing that. I was withholding things. I was punishing myself because I learned that authority and authenticity were too much to handle. But it is the easiest thing I will ever do to become truly my authentic self and to allow my energetic imprint to affect the world around me. So it is safe to become my sovereign self. And for the next days or weeks, I give my body time and space to integrate all the pieces I thought I lost, because they have always been deep within me. And I allow my authentic self to emerge safely and gently and wholeheartedly. I am deeply unconditioning. I am deeply carving away. And what I discover underneath is profound beauty, profound power, and something that may have terrified me before, but it feels so natural now. And I love myself for doing this, for giving myself the chance to discover my authenticity. And it is safe. Take a deep breath in and out.
That was awesome. And it gave me all these thoughts. So I'm just going to go right into the next round here.
Oh,
Just
yeah.
some thoughts. Even though others need me to be different, I choose to love and accept myself. Even though others want me to be different, I choose to love and honor myself. Even though I've been convinced that I owe it to others to be different, and I don't have permission to be my authentic self, I choose to deeply and completely love, honor, and accept myself, and maybe anyone else who might be involved, because I choose to feel that free. All this need to be different for others. Even if my authentic self is awesome, it's not what these other people want or need. And I owe it to them to be untrue to myself. And part of me is convinced that that makes sense. But that would be because of their wounds. If I'm betraying myself because I think they need it, I'm just trying to make them comfortable with their wounds. It doesn't sound so noble if I put it that way. I want them to be their authentic self. And when I'm trying to be right for some people, I am depriving others. And I don't need to shame myself for that. I have been doing the best I could with the programming I have. With all the unfortunate choices I have made, I was doing the best I could. And now I've come to this point where I'm ready to acknowledge the truth. The most authentic version of me is the version I'm meant to be. I'm perfectly imperfect. I'm imperfectly perfect. And I'm allowing myself to be my real self, removing what no longer belongs. Just like Michelangelo chipping away the excess marble. He didn't chip away the marble and then say, no, that's not what it was supposed to look like. He uncovered the authentic version. That's what I'm doing right now. And part of me is terrified. Part of me says I'm afraid of the criticism. It doesn't feel safe to be my authentic self because there are people who won't like my authentic self. I'm going to take a moment to consider that part of me is also terrified that a lot of people will love my authentic self. And then I have to deal with all of that love. When I find the music I'm really meant to be playing, when I play the song that's really in my heart, I might start selling out stadiums, figuratively or literally. Both sound very scary to part of me. If I can hide my authentic self, I get to stay safely in my comfort zone. The facade is to protect me in so many ways. Protecting me from criticism, but also protecting me from an amount of love I don't think I could handle. Because part of me knows my real authentic self will attract more love than any facade ever could. And I'm processing my fear about that. I think I can handle it. Otherwise, I wouldn't have shown up to tap on this. I'm ready to embrace my authentic self and to share that in body, mind, and spirit. And take a deep breath. Go ahead and close your eyes. Allow yourself to imagine that full length mirror, seeing your authentic self, and just allowing yourself to be aware of whatever feels, thoughts and feelings come up around that. And as many of you know, I always like to end these sessions with a guided imagery. So we're going to just gently, while we're here with our eyes closed, just slip into that. It will probably go past the top of the hour for anyone who had some place they needed to be at the top of the hour. Feel free to jump off now, and hopefully you'll come back to this recording. This recording will be here for you to come back and enjoy all this tapping and the guided imagery later on. So please do so. And please tell your friends so that they can be their authentic selves and be happier and more loving. But for right now, if you have a few more minutes, go ahead and just allowing yourself to be really comfortable with your eyes closed. Take a deep breath in and hold it, and let it go. Another deep breath in and hold it, and let it go. A third deep breath in and hold it, and let it go. Now, just breathing comfortably with your eyes closed. Breathing comfortably, and just imagine that with each breath you take in, you breathe in relaxation and positive energy. Go ahead and imagine a healing light of whatever color you like surrounding your body, so that with each breath you take in, your lungs comfortably draw in that healing light, allowing it to flow through every muscle, nerve, fiber, tissue, cell, and atom of your body. Imagine a healing shower flowing down, crystal clear water that's a perfect temperature as it flows over the top of your head, soothing and relaxing your scalp, washing away fear, doubt, anxiety, washing away anger, sadness, guilt, shame, washing away pain, frustration, disappointment, embarrassment. Washing these away to reveal the light that you truly are. This unique and authentic expression of divine light and love. Allowing more and more of that light to be revealed as that healing shower flows over your forehead, relaxing the muscles in your face, flowing down over the back of your head, your neck, your shoulders, washing away tension, leaving your shoulders calm, comfortable, and relaxed. That healing shower flowing down your arms, all the way down over your fingertips, down over your chest and your stomach, soothing and relaxing, healing and cleansing, and allowing yourself to remain comfortably in whatever position you choose. Allow that healing shower to flow down over your upper and lower back. And as your torso relaxes, your internal organs comfortably do whatever they need to do to achieve and maintain your optimal level of health and well-being in body, mind, and spirit, as that healing shower continues down over your body, down over your hips and your thighs, over your knees, down your lower legs, through your ankles, into your feet. And finally, that relaxation flows over your toes as you allow yourself to relax twice as much, going at least twice as deep with each number as I count backwards. 5, drifting down to 4, floating down to 3, 2, 1, and 0 is deep sleep. Deeper, deeper. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and 0 is deep sleep. And in this calm, comfortable state of mind and body, go ahead and imagine yourself in some really beautiful place. Some place where you allow yourself to be present to the beauty, the magnificence, the abundance of creation. Some place where you allow yourself to remember that you are worthy and deserving of this. It's here for you as much as anyone else, exactly as you are, with all these beautiful things you see, even with the breath that you're breathing in. Allowing yourself to recognize that the universe was giving you oxygen long before you even thought of coming up with a facade. The universe was letting you know that you are worthy and deserving right from the get-go. The person that you were born to be was already receiving what you needed. Allowing yourself to be absolutely compassionate with those parts of you that got confused along the way, that got messages about how you needed to be something other than what felt right to protect yourself. Especially because there were times where that may have been true. There are always situations that we might be in where not every facet of our authentic self is entirely appropriate to the occasion. That's not a matter of being ashamed of your authentic self, because you can absolutely love your authentic self and also be aware of what's going on, knowing there's nothing wrong with your authentic self, allowing yourself to know that your authentic self is the best version of yourself. In this beautiful place, you might imagine a garden with all kinds of flowers, and you can find the flowers that you like the most, your favorite flowers there. And someone else might come up and say, yeah, I don't like that kind of flower. And you wouldn't expect that flower to change. You would say, yeah, that's fine. There's all kinds of other flowers down there. Go for it. That flower would be no less awesome to you, no less beautiful to you because of somebody else's preference. You might be down at the beach. You might be on the West Coast watching the sunset. You might be on the East Coast watching the sunrise, and you might have a preference. But that sunset is going to be its authentic self, and it's going to be perfect for some people. Your authentic self is going to be perfect for some people. And it's going to feel the most right inside. And being the most right for yourself inside so that you're in a place of peace and love is a gift to everyone else, because then the energy you're sending out is peace and love. When we're trying to cover ourselves up and put on some facade, there's something off about our frequency. And even if people seem to be pleased with the facade, there's still a mismatch. And again, allowing yourself to be absolutely compassionate with yourself for all the attempts that you have made to get it right based on old misinformation. And now really allowing yourself to be in this beautiful place, seeing all of these different things being authentically themselves, the ocean being authentically itself, the flowers, the trees, the stars in the sky, whatever it might be. Allowing yourself to feel that appreciation and awe and gratitude. And just know that there are people out there who will feel that same appreciation and awe about your most authentic self. And seeing what a gift that is for yourself and others. And really giving yourself permission in this moment to love that authentic self. As we go even deeper now, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. And 0 is deep sleep. In a moment, I'll count you back out from 0 up to 5. 5 will be wide awake, alert, focused, and energetic, feeling much better than before, feeling much more appreciative of your authentic self, feeling more okay with sharing your authentic self with the world, recognizing that that truly is a gift for you and others. Tonight, when you choose to go to sleep, don't be surprised when you fall asleep quickly, soundly, deeply, and sleep very well through the night. During the night, you'll dream. The more you dream, the stronger you become. I'm going to ask your unconscious mind to allow at least one of your dreams to be a very healing dream. Continuing this healing process in body, mind, and spirit, so that in the morning, at the time you've chosen to wake up, you wake up easily, feeling refreshed, energetic, and ready to start the day again, powerfully moving forward into an ever more joyful experience of an ever greater abundance of health, wealth, happiness, and love, which are your birthright and which benefit others. And now go back down to 0, which is always deep sleep, allowing your mind, body, and spirit to digest all of these positive thoughts and images, taking them in at a very deep level so that these positive changes occur easily, effortlessly, and naturally. Coming up to 1, feeling physically relaxed. 2, feeling emotionally calm and confident. 3, health and well-being, enthusiasm, love, joy, and gratitude flowing through every muscle, nerve, fiber, tissue, cell, and atom of your body. 4, becoming more and more alert and aware of your surroundings. And 5 is eyes open, wide awake. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, eyes open, wide awake. Welcome back. And thank you so much for joining us. Thank you so much, Demi, for coming and being your authentic, awesome self and sharing that with folks today.
Thank you. It has been an absolute pleasure. And thank you for everyone who joined, everyone from all around the world, Australia, everywhere. Thank you so much. It's my joy to do this.
So for anyone there who is new to Demi, in the description box down below are links.
Mhm.
I put them in right after the beginning of this. So if you were on right at the beginning, you'll need to refresh the page to see those, but find out about all the awesome things that Demi's up to. Anything in particular you want to share while we're here?
There's so many things happening. Don't want to overload everyone. So just come and visit me on social media or YouTube and keep up to date. But let's just keep the ending of this nice and calm and fresh and everyone can get on there with their day, being authentic.
Awesome. Please
But
and thank you. Please and thank you. Your authentic self is a gift. There was no mistake in how you were created. Stop trying to go, well, the universe did a really crappy job. I got to fix this. I need to improve upon this. So,
very true. Thank you.
thank you everyone for being here, and we look forward to tapping with you again at some point.